So there's a hackuzation video that came out with ZLANER, and I haven't seen the video yet. Everyone's like, "Oh, what do you know? This guy's cheating, dude. He's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating. He's cheating." I don't think he's cheating. If you cherry pick a content creator, you will find suspicious clips all the time. The difference, though, is in my normal experience with gaming, most of the people who accuse others of cheating are either A, inexperienced at the game, they have a low KD, they haven't won very many matches, they don't know what they're doing, so they lack game knowledge and game awareness. They don't play at the same level. Bad Boy Beam was a good example of that. His KD is like a 1.0 or less than a 1.0. And then it found out he was banned for cheating, and he also had less than 100 wins. So that's the normal type of player that makes those accusations. And at the same time, normally when you make accusation videos, you always target big content creators. The reason you do that is so you can make more money. Like, there's no reason to go and target some random dude like Joe, like poor Joe over here, you know, level 2. We're going to tell everyone he's a cheater. Well, is he cheating? No, but we're going to make a video on it. Nobody cares. But somebody like ZLANER, somebody like Dr. Disrespect, somebody like Tim the Tapman, or, you know, big streamer, you know, like your pro players, probably like FaZe Swag or somebody, you know, with bigger clout. Mutex, for example, Aiden. If you make videos, clickbait. That's what you're doing. I will tell you right now, the only way that you are going to know if somebody is cheating is either one, their cheats pop up on their stream. So like their cheat menu pops up and they get caught. Or they admit to it verbally. Like, so if ZLANER came out, he's like, "Oh, I was a cheater." Like, boom, you got him, right? He has to admit to it. But unless they do those two things, you're probably not going to catch him. The other thing would be a ban. So, for example, if Activision stepped in and they banned a player, that would be a pretty good confirmation. However, I would say it's not entirely perfect because sometimes a ban gets reversed. I got shadow banned recently, which means that you get reported too many times within a small time frame. And if you get reported for that, they suspend your account for 7 days. They don't tell you you're suspended. Your account's just under review. And when your account's under review, it wasn't like you got triggered by like a system scanning it. It was just a system they created that if you get reported X amount of times within a short time frame, they automatically put that suspension there.
Referencing wall hacks and constant UAV. I'm going to play it for you.
Constant UAV and wall hacks. So is this going to be ZLANER joking about having wall hacks and UAVs?
I'm going to take this Shelly out of here.
Okay. Got a UAV up. Player flying back, right? He was on the UAV. Okay, cool. He's dead. Dude was probably going for the chopper. You saw the dot. ZLANER could see and turn, grab him. No big deal. But what does he say verbally? Because there's a lot of people this way. Probably based on circle rotation. Yeah, he doesn't see anybody. But realistically speaking, if he saw the spawn or the drop or where the circle's going, it's pretty common. There's a revive here. You saw the revive there.
Wow.
And look, there's a lot of people there with the UAV being called in.
Okay, so I want
what's wrong with that?
Back pretty far so you guys can see the UAV.
So he's going back in the clip, but the problem is this clip already doesn't show much. It doesn't show that, did he pull up his map earlier? Where did they spawn in at? Because if they spawned in and they saw the rotation of the plane or the path of the plane, it's pretty easy for him to say, oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to be center map now based off where the plane went or where he saw previously. Like if he jumps out the plane and he sees people behind him, you know, it's first zone, there's 3 minutes left. So it's pretty early. There's 100 some players. He's got 5 kills, 35 teams left. He could know that, hey, a lot of people went over to this area, so I'm going to fly that way. There's probably more people here. Now he's saying there's a lot of people this way. Now, there's nothing on the UAV. He's mocking him here. I get it. We don't understand the conditions of this game. We don't know where the spawn was. We don't know where the rotation was. If he landed earlier and he saw a bunch of people jump out of the plane, he would know that. If he's killed people on the other side of the map, but he hasn't killed anyone here, that means there's only one place left for them to be, which is on the other fucking side of the map. So realistically, what you're doing is game awareness. You're breaking down the map. Hey, we just killed everybody on the right side of the map. Do you think there's people on the left side of the map where we haven't been yet? Surely not, right? Like, oh my God, that's just too hard to believe. If they're not in position A, they couldn't be in position B, right? Like, God forbid. Crazy. Now he's going to show you something about his aim being good.
His link is below. But first, we're going to go through all the clips from this recent video that Laner just uploaded, and I have so many things to show you guys, and we have so
I'm looking
much to talk
so forward to it.
This is the meat and potatoes. Let's get right into it.
Meat and potatoes. So this is the best part of your video, that's saying that his aim is too cracked.
The end of one of
Another one down low, ghosted.
Intros.
So he shoots one, kills him. He snaps a little bit there. Not bad. But he's close range with a bullfrog. That's kind of expected. Use an LMG. He's going to back it up, maybe.
Okay, so
Oh, he froze it.
maybe a little suspicious, a little lock on him, maybe not suspicious.
That's like every kill that I've ever seen in my life.
Keep paying attention here. They're going to get crazy.
Have you ever played Call of Duty before? We got a guy in a Bertha. He's throwing a C4. Nice. Kills him. Kills the guy on the ground. Kills that guy. He does hold that guy pretty hard. Turns around. He's checking for him. Kill. Ooh. Ooh, nice. I would say he's dead here, but he's probably going to somehow survive. Nice snap. That's fucking wild. Woo. Full kills that one. He's going to get the car and get out of the gas.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Now, that's a pretty insane clip. I'll give you that. That's a fucking wild clip. How does he know where the players are going to come over the hill? You don't. You just get lucky. I hate to say that. That sounds so weak, but honestly, you don't know. Partly what I would say here is he's looking at where the grenade is. So he's over here. He's going to kill this guy. No big deal. He throws the grenade. He finds the player. He kills him. No big deal. You're going to get aim assist on that. That's normal. Player's right here. He's going to scope in. Aim assist kind of takes over. Okay, fine. Not a big deal. Guy's like 2 feet in front of his face. He's getting shot in the back. You can hear the shot about here. That's where I would say that sound's coming from. So he's checking. And then he starts getting shot from the right. So he sees a player. He gets shot from the right. He backs up.
No.
He's going to put a plate on. It's stunned. Now, that stun grenade was thrown from over here, and it landed here. So in my opinion, that stun grenade did not come from this area. It did not come from this area. It had to have come from this area. That's also the area he was getting shot in. Now, there's still a player there, but he hurt that one. So the odds of that player peeking right now are probably low. What I would say is that most likely that player is going to push this area here. That's just my feeling, too. Obviously, watching the clip, we already know. But watch what happens. He checks back to the left. He sees a stun, the grenade. Boom. Player comes right over the top of the hill. He scopes in, takes care of it. Now, this one's kind of crazy. I didn't expect the player to jump on him. So he's sitting here, waiting. Boom. Guy jumps down, and he takes care of it. Now, this clip is kind of sus in a sense because it's like, well, you're prone and you're looking. He might have heard a footstep. He might have heard something that you're not going to hear in the video because it's been compressed. And also, if you don't have the right headset, you don't have the same audio as him, it's going to be hard to detect that. I'm watching a video that's going to compress like 3 or 4 times, and it's not going to have the same audio quality as live audio. So it's possible that he heard him, and then he saw him, you know, whatever, and he knew there's another player. So he's just trying to heal is really what he's doing there. So he kills him and he walks away.
Oh my god.
Nothing crazy in that clip other than really good aim, good accuracy, managing to be able to kill those players and getting a little lucky. That's really all that is.
This one's important. I'm going to bring this back because this is where we're going to start paying attention to the crosshair. Okay.
Now, again, here, they're cutting the clip. He hasn't shown the beginning of this engagement at all. He's saying it's really important. He's talking about crosshair placement. First off, I want to tell you a little bit about crosshair placement myself. If you are a controller player, sometimes it's difficult. You aim down at the ground, so you aim low, and that means that you're going to shoot feet and toes first. Realistically, most good players are going to have higher centering, so when they scope in, they're hitting chest or head level. So they don't look at the ground all the time. They look higher. That's why you win fights, because if you're winning a fight, you start off by hitting in the chest or the head instead of shooting the ankles on the way up. Hit multipliers for headshots are higher. Hit multipliers for chest is higher. The feet and the arms, worst thing you could possibly do. A lot of players walk forward and they look down. So crosshair placement is massive. I understand he's probably going to imply more about looking through walls or looking where players are. Again, you can follow players with sound or verbal callouts from your teammates, and you usually pre-aim or look in areas that you think that they're going to be at. That's just how that goes. Any player would agree with that. He sees the player right in front of him. He aim assists in, he shoots, he loses track, he stops shooting, he waits. So he sees the guy, clear as day, he's shooting, okay. There's a guy in a doorway. Like, what's weird about that? Guys, there's a dude in the fucking door. Where else am I supposed to shoot? The fucking wall? Is that what he's implying? If a player is in that doorway. You see him clear as day right here. And sure, his centering's there, but he already knows he's going in the building. He knows there's a door. His teammate's knocked. Where do you think he's getting shot from? He's in front of him. Literally, you check that fucking door first. The only other thing I'd say you check first is maybe this wall, but seeing where your teammate's position is in this doorway here, seeing where your teammate's currently being shot from and downed, you can hear the gunfight. You can see the player as soon as you kick the door in. You know he's there, so you're going to aim at the fucking door, right? Like, holy shit. Now he's waiting. He's waiting. He's going to see if he's going to re-peek. No big deal. He goes, hey, he's in there. Guy peeks. He aims. He's pre-aiming, and he shoots. And he kills him, and the guy drops to the ground, and he still shoots him. Okay, what's weird about that?
Okay.
What's weird? I'm still waiting. If that's the meat and potatoes of your video, then I want a refund, or I would like to speak to the manager.
Watch the center dot.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna try to shoot him out of the air, and the dude stands right in front of him. All right, so this clip looks crazy to people who haven't played on a controller before. I was a FaZe member back as FaZe Cross for a long time. I made Call of Duty montage videos, Testament, you know, when Pomage made Catalyst, whatever. We were in the same team, same time. And I made a ton of videos, ton of montages, quick scoping, and it was all console. So I have a lot of experience with console and controllers, but I've been playing keyboard and mouse for years, probably about like the last 5 years. Recently, I plugged in a controller, and I'm not kidding when I'm telling you the aim assist that you get on a handgun from 5 to 10 feet, when you're parachuting or not, when you're on the ground or not, is insane. There have been clips of me on stream saying, when you have a handgun, I don't miss at close range, because that is how strong aim assist is on a controller with a handgun. It's insane. Like, I don't think people understand how strong aim assist is from those ranges. And if you center a player and then you scope in, aim assist is like a cone shape. So it kind of comes in and pulls you in. The closer you are, the stronger it is. So yeah, if he's centered on him and he scopes in, that's normal. When you shoot people out of the air, it holds to that player. All right, so he scopes in and he's on his head. All right, what about it? I do that shit all the time on PC, and I don't even have aim assist. Is it suspicious? Not really. Like, how many times, like, you see the player, if he has good centering, the thing about sniping that's really important, and I've talked about this in my sniping tutorials. You can literally watch my sniping tutorials for years, for the last 10 years. One of them has over 1 million views. Crazy. But I've always said this. If you plant your feet and you stand still and you scope in, your scope is always going to go to the exact same location. So if you turn a corner and you see a player and you put your crosshair in the center and you scope in, you are going to be very fucking close to that player. You might be on their head, you might be on their neck, body, whatever, it doesn't matter, but you are going to be very close. So your goal, if you're sniping, you want to be pre-centered before you scope in. That way you have the shortest distance from your aim, your crosshair, to the player's body. And then you make minor corrections, then you shoot, and then you scope back out, and you get a bigger view of where the other players are, and you look for the next target. You center again, and you scope back in, and you do that over and over and over. It's effectiveness. So this isn't weird. It's just a coincidence. Like, if you look at any of my sniping clips or any of my sniper videos, there are multiple times where it's just like, how the fuck did you snipe in on that guy and get a headshot? Because I just scoped at the window and he happened to be there. Like I saw him on the radar and I just scoped in. Yeah, there's no radar here, but he can clearly see this player. We don't know if he was getting shot at earlier. Obviously, something tells me he pulled the sniper out. He's already aiming here, so he probably heard the guy shooting. He knows that he's on the rooftop, so he's already looking there, or he's going to want to look there. There's no reason for a player to walk around this corner and not look where he thinks the player is.
We're not even done, guys. We're not even done. This is all from...
I have given you 15 minutes and 50 seconds of my time. I want it back. I want all of it back. You haven't given me anything. At all.
Video.
At fucking all. Other than disappointment.
Okay. This, you guys, this
is the damning evidence of all time.
This is the undeniable.
Undeniable.
Just wait until you see the snap here, you guys.
The snap.
And when you play it in regular fast motion, like it's posted on his page, it looks you can't really catch it. I understand why these people are not catching it unless you take the time and pay attention. So please watch the center white dot. how quickly it snaps, and then his aim even goes off. He gets a snap, his aim goes off, and then he re-ADSs. It looks like 2 blatant snap-on.
Now, I want to tell you something too. Sometimes you'll see pro players, they'll scope in and snap to a target. They'll scope back out, and they'll scope back in again. What that's doing is it reactivates aim assist. A lot of the time when you're close range or SMG range, you can pretty much scope in, you lose aim assist, and you're hip firing or scoping in. As usually you'll see people hip fire first, then aim down sights. They get a couple hip fire shots lucky, and then they pull in, and then they get those on-point shots when aim assist takes over. But at the same time, if you lose it, you can scope in out a little bit and then pull back right in, and it'll snap right back. It's really good, like from a technique perspective. If you're trying to make sure your shots are like on target, you get a little bit more of a grab that second time around, and that's probably what he's referencing. I haven't seen it yet, but that's probably what's going to happen. But it really is the controller giving you some slight aim assist, and the more centered you are on a target, the more it's going to pull you to that target. I just want people to understand. If you're aiming 10 feet to the right, it's not really going to work very well unless it's under weird circumstances. Like sometimes you'll shoot a player and he's sniping at you and you see his gun go up and up and up, and then he scopes in and he headshots you and you're like, what the fuck? Like there's weird moments like that, but we'll see.
Type things happening in this one clip, guys. Check it out. I mean, it's insane. It's insane at this
Insane.
point.
Nothing's insane about
nothing
that.
Crazy? Let's slow it down.
Absolutely nothing.
Watch the
So
center
he's
dot.
aiming because he knows he's over there, right? Obviously the player's moving that way. Player's peeking. He scopes in. He slides,
Wham!
jumps, aims. What about it?
Relock. Just boop, all the way over, guys, and then
What about it? There's nothing there.
a recenter.
That's just normal. You have to understand that Call of Duty players and FPS players react absurdly fast. They see a little movement, boom, they're on point. All I saw was good accuracy, good centering, and aim, and UAV awareness. That's it. I saw nothing in that video that represented cheating in the slightest. Nothing. Not one thing. And it's like, but Dan, you're a streamer. You're just going to align with the streamers. I have no allegiance to any of these content creators. If they're cheating, I would out them immediately. It's just, I don't see anything. But I've also been playing Call of Duty for 10 to 12 years. So maybe I don't know anything. Maybe I'm just biased. But yeah, whenever you see pages like this where they have a shitload of videos and it's all biffle, 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 ZLANER, 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 biffle, 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 pro player, mutex, all these guys, it's attention. It's clickbait. It's attention.